first week of April due to inclement weather. Roll call. Richard Black.
Here.
Greg Maloof.
Here.
Dan Sargent.
Here.
Dan Brown. Alec Moses.
Here.
Katie Trahan.
Here.
Do we have a review and approval of the past minutes?
I move we accept the minutes as submitted from the February meeting.
Second.
We have a move and second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Adopt the minutes. Any staff and community reports?
None, sir.
New business, electric vehicle chargers at pilot site plan. You want to lead off on that, or we got a representative?
That's a difference.
Thank you.
We all want one.
Well, let's share it here. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we can share.
For you.
And thank you for that. It was like a much better solution for us.
You want a bigger one?
Yeah.
So Commissioners, we have a resubmit of a plan for the location of the EV charging ports. We were concerned with their previous location. The owner has come back with what I think is acceptable location. Jonathan, any input on your review?
Yeah, my review is it meets all the requirements of setbacks and everything. It's a much better location than it was originally. As I drove in today, I saw where the original location would have been, and there's the back of a bunch of trucks there.
Right.
So it would not have been a good location, so I think they put it in a much better location. The only thing is they're removing 248 square feet of landscaping. So they're removing, and it's grass and one tree. They're relocating that tree a little further back. They're planting a new tree at the corner. 248 square feet isn't really that much landscaping that's being removed. I don't know if it's really going to impact. That's the only thing that I would see. That I think
Okay.
if the planning commission believes the additional tree plus the relocation is sufficient for shading or shielding, then I think.
And would you please introduce yourself?
My name's Greg Hellman. I'm with Al Services. I'm a project manager.
Thank you, Greg.
Tennessee is one of my states that I work, that I cover.
Are you comfortable with this review on the landscape?
I am. It's a simple removal of a bush. If we happen to kill that bush, which could happen, we'll replace it with a light bush, and we will install a tree per your request. Would you like, if you could mark that where you want the tree?
Well, I think you had your site plan showed the tree's going to be, it's proposed at the corner, right? Right there is where the new tree is. It's the American hornbeam, which is one of the, I think it's the class 1 trees that are in the zoning ordinance.
I think our building inspector will take that responsibility for the replacement location.
Yeah.
Travis Lloyd.
All right, if it's on the plan, it'll get done, so.
Thank you, sir. Comments, Commissioners?
Is it possible to provide the amount of grass that was there that's being lost?
So there will be a concrete pad. It's generally like 25 foot long by 4 or 5 foot wide. That like switch gear will be sitting on. Switch gear, 2 power cabinets which feed the dispensers to charge, and there we have a mini power zone in the east stalk. So that'll all be on that 25 foot pad, and then everything else will be put back to light conditions. Grass, seed. It would get seeded and straw.
I think I understand what Alex is saying. Is there anywhere else within the property where you could put another strip of grass? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I that was my initial thought first, but like looking over it, I mean, there's already either existing grass or it's parking space. I mean,
It's all asphalt.
yeah, asphalt. So I think it'd be very difficult to put another strip of grass from my perspective now. Of course, and I think it is 248 square feet, which I mean that's about this area right here.
12 by 20.
Yeah. What's that?
12 by 20.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's where if you say the tree is sufficient for, that additional tree is sufficient perhaps for the grass that is being removed and won't be replaced. But again, that's up to the planning commission to determine whether that is sufficient for what, or if you want even another additional tree perhaps.
Comments, Commissioner Mosley? Further comments?
Yeah, just, and I have a hunch, I know the answer, but you met with Sequatchie Electric, all of the electric and the size of the pad and wherever the pole goes,
Yeah,
all that's been approved by them and satisfactory to you.
correct.
Is there a timeline to start this? Approximate.
Probably a month after the permit's provided.
Okay. Further comments, commissioners?
I would like to see if there could be either another tree or a bush or something. We've been pretty strict on landscaping with other site plans. And so as much as I'm excited about this, and I think this is a great thing and we really do want this, I don't want to be like, okay, we're great with a bunch of asphalt and not soften it and give something that takes away from some of the heat and just soften the area. So I would like to see, just
Another tree?
another tree
Or, yeah.
or a
We could
good
put-
bush or
We could put two of
something.
those in.
Yeah.
And I don't care where it is. I mean, I'm not
There's-
trying to
there's-
mandate where it is on here. I just feel like.
There's some picnic areas over there that are kind of rough shape. I was over there today myself, so, we could put it on the other side of the drive-through of the Wendy's, where the transformer or the pole's at. We could put it over there. There's room over there for it. There's plenty of room to put trees, so I mean, it's not a problem with throwing another tree or a bush or whatever you guys want, so.
How about you located at the power pole? That would help.
Yes, as long as it's not gonna be some, does the power pole have line? We don't want it to be something that's gonna
Right,
interfere
yeah,
with
we
anything.
can't, yeah, so the power pole runs at an angle. I mean, we can offset it, so it's not running up any
Okay.
line, right? So,
And could we have it be something that's a like kind, that's a size that's gonna be, some shading or something?
which tree did you, are we putting in?
Yeah, so the proposed one they're putting in is an American hornbeam, which is one of the trees that the zoning ordinance requires if you're going to put in a class one. It has to be one of these, so American hornbeam falls under that, so. And
Okay.
there's this like, it's a 2-inch caliper, minimum 30-inch above grade height. Yeah, this is more of this.
Yeah, we don't want it to grow over into the drive-through area either, so.
No.
No.
Okay, so what is this location? I mean, if we're making a motion and we want to be specific, I want to make sure that so that you're not having to come back.
I'm assuming that's east, right? I'm not from around here, so.
Jonathan?
You make most sense. We could approve this subject to one more additional tree than is shown on the site plan to be added to, or is there, trying to think.
One additional
Or
American
hornbeam.
hornbeam,
Yeah.
2-inch caliper.
Or, I think that's just more of, 2-inch caliper, minimum 30 feet above grade height. But I don't know if that's more of just saying that description's more for an engineering type description. I don't know if that's actually describing the tree. Or the caliper means.
Yes, so we're gonna add a third one. And where's the Wendy's? Right here. Can you show me? I'm sorry.
That's all right. C3. So here's our location. Here's the Wendy's drive-through.
Right.
And power pole's gonna be right here. So we'll actually bore underneath this drive-through, so we don't shut the drive-through down. We're not gonna trench across that to get our primary to the transformer.
Right.
So there's a tree here that we're gonna relocate.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the?
I think it's going over that direction.
Yeah, There you go.
It's on your C3 page, the tree
Right.
relocation.
So it's gonna relocate to here.
So there, so, I mean, we could put a tree over here on the other side of the drive-through. But you want three total, the relocation of 2 more.
Right, so that's the relocation, and then you're putting one already here.
We're gonna put one there.
No, wait, you're putting one, wait, where did this C3 go? C3's here, so you're gonna put one here,
Yep.
and then you're relocating to here.
Yep, and then if you want a third one, you tell me where you want it, now that's where we'll put it.
Where do you think would be good based off of your, is your basement?
I mean, we can put it anywhere over here. Because the power line could come left side.
Okay, so, and this is good because it's near the street area, so,
That's an on.
right, but I mean, you're back over,
Yeah, we're over here.
so somewhere around the drive-through, grass area.
You talk about where would the, there's one, basically what I'm saying here is you're relocating one here,
Yeah.
putting one here,
Yeah.
one here,
And
and
we're
then
gonna-
put one right here.
Right in here, right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yes. What you can do is, and you make motions,
So I'm gonna say-
subject to the addition of the new tree near the proposed point of connection. Yeah.
It's shown on sheet one.
Near proposed,
Point of connection, new drop hole. And what we can do is, you guys can put that, make a new drawing, and then you can mail it. You know, send electronic, so I can make sure it's there, then mail it, and then she can sign it. So that way we don't sign it tonight, but you'll have to come all the way down here just to get it. Just to get it.
okay, near proposed point of connection to drop pole,
New drop hole, yeah.
new drop pole, okay.
No problem.
Thank you.
That's easy.
Any other thoughts?
So Katie, you want to present an amendment to that?
Motion.
Or are we just going to take it as another?
An amendment to what?
The site plan changes, or do we just want to take it as discussed and agreed?
You can just make a motion that's subject to that addition.
So let's make a motion to do your amendment. Okay, so.
Okay,
There's no more.
It's
I,
not an amendment.
Addition of 2 more trees along with the relocated tree for a total of 3. Is that what y'all decided on?
there's one additional tree already on here.
I saw that, a relocate and 1 additional already.
Right.
So you're just adding 1.
Right.
Great. Okay, thank you.
We still don't have a motion.
Right.
Yeah, so you want me to make? the
Please.
motion? Okay. Okay, I move that we approve the site plan, subject to 1 additional American hornbeam, 2-inch caliber, minimum 3-inch above grade, near proposed point of connection to new drop hole.
Thank you. You comfortable with that, Jonathan? Okay.
Second.
What's 3
Second.
inch above? I'm sorry, I'll second the motion.
I would say that additional stuff about the 2, I think that's more of an engineering thing. Is that
I
an
think we'll
engineering
work that out
thing?
with
Yeah, I don't think that's really that important. It's the American hornbeam itself that's what's important.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Approved? Thank you. Let's move on.
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Second item, new business, recreational vehicle zoning amendment. And Jonathan, you want to give a little bit of explanation about what the bookkeeping we're doing here?
Yes. So, if you notice, I included here, as I was, we've been talking about campgrounds, and I've gotten calls about campgrounds and RVs and stuff. So I was looking at the RV section of the zoning ordinance, and so it notes that RVs shall not be used for temporary or permanent occupancy outside of an approved campground except as permitted in section 536. But if you go to section 536, it talks about telecommunication structures, which obviously would not have anything to do with temporary
Right.
use permits. So the very next section is temporary dwelling units, which I believe was the original section. I think there was some additions to the zoning ordinance and the sections never got changed. So this is basically changing it so that, if you look at the ordinance I have, it's amending it to say that instead of section 536, it's saying that RVs shall not be used for temporary or permanent occupancy outside of an approved campground except as permitted in section 537, temporary dwelling units. So basically just clean up the language and making sure it's the right section that's being referenced.
Yes, sir.
I move that the commission recommend the adoption of the ordinance amending section 531 as presented in our agenda materials.
Second for that.
Second.
All in favor?
Discussion on the motion.
Excuse me?
Is there a discussion on the motion?
I don't, it's housekeeping.
It's fine.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, we adopt that housekeeping measure. Thank you, Jonathan. Any new business at hand?
None that I have presented, no.
I have a few comments I wanted to make.
Please, go ahead.
Everyone's not really here, but I just wanted it on the record how important it is that when we have the, I don't know if I'm gonna get the terminology correct, but the site plans that are staff approved and we are signing them, that the people that are supposed to be signing them actually look at them and check them before signing them. And that they look at where they are signing before they sign. And that they sign in their proper signature block and not someone else's signature block. And that they take their job of signing it seriously. And it's important, and we had 2 of them come through in this last time around, and one of them was a colossal disaster. And it's not fair to the person putting something through, and I just think that it's really important that everybody take it seriously. That's
Thank you,
all I have
Kate.
to say.
Further comment from the commissioners? Further comment from the public? Yes.
Sorry, I just have one question. Did the RV park that's over there by the dump, did that get officially approved by Monteagle at any point, or is that
It's just
in
out of our
process?
jurisdiction.
It's,
Out of our jurisdiction.
oh, out of our jurisdiction. So that's
It
not
is.
Monteagle city limits?
Right on the dump is the property line.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Just curious about that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we were
Appreciate
curious
that.
too. Yes. Further discussions or comments? Yes.
I just want to remind everybody that the big AIA event is coming up. It'll be the 24th through the 27th. The Planning Commission has some time on Thursday morning. I'm trying to wake my phone up. I'm going to send everybody out the schedule, but there's a Thursday morning discussion time with the Planning Commission. There's Thursday afternoon from 2:30 to 5, I believe, is discussion time with business owners, where you folks from the Planning Commission will also be welcome to attend. And of course, our big event on Thursday night. So please, not only plan to attend, but plan to ask others to attend. So at our committee meeting last Thursday, we sort of tried to make a short list, the mayor and I and those who were present, of people that we were going to remind and make personal calls to get people to show up. But this plan is only going to be as good as the people who participate in it. So just want to encourage y'all to come and also encourage others to participate.
Thank you, Nate. Further comments? Motion?
One more comment. Just remember that next month, based off of February Planning Commission meeting, we will be bringing back the use on review ordinance for RV parks in
Yes.
C3, or campgrounds in C3. So that's something, I think part of that was that we wanted to look at the
Correct.
land use plan and make so, be on the lookout for that, of what
That-
they say about campgrounds.
Thank you, Jonathan, and to reiterate what Nate said, any involvement from you, ladies and gentlemen, that we can put in this will be very appreciated. We need to talk up our issues. There's issues on campgrounds, we need to discuss with them and get some direction. That's one of the reasons we were holding on. So if you will join us and participate in that, it would be much appreciated. Thank you, Nate.
Whatever happened with the conversation on storage units? Because I had a potential property purchaser call me and ask me about where storage units were allowed to be located. I know there was a similar conversation to the campground conversation
Yes,
that
it
was
was,
had.
some time back.
But I don't know where, did that get resolved, or did it just fall by the wayside? Do we?
I do not think there was a resolution
I
to
don't believe
that.
we were asked to take any action on that.
Yeah, I think so. Any input on that, Jonathan, from our
Yeah.
deliveries?
I have not, sorry, I have not been informed of somebody wanting to do self-storage buildings. I actually looked at it the other day where self-storage was allowed. I'm pulling up right now, trying to on my phone. So
I'm going to ask you to look into that, Jonathan, and if necessary, let's put it on our next agenda for discussion and get that back on the table.
Mhm.
Thank you, Nate. Further comments? Motions? To go home?
Move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? Thank you all.